we're saying, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَمَا آتَاكُمُ الرَّسُولُ فَخُذُوهُ وَمَا نَهَاكُمْ عَنْهُ فَانْتَهُوا. If you look at al-halal wal-haram, most of al-halal wal-haram, we learn it through the sunnah of Rasulullah. We learn the details of it through the sunnah of Rasulullah. Even our ibadat, how did we learn our ibadat? How did we learn the salat, which is the most important part of al-Isra wal-Mi'raj? Was the greatest gift Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gifted the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which has been ordered, right? And furidat min fawqi sab'i samawat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered the salat above the seventh heaven. Or where the Prophet sallallahu was around Sidrat al-Muntaha, way higher than the seventh heaven. Then the time Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered the Prophet ﷺ to pray 50 times. And we'll clarify that after. So, how did you learn the salat? How? Through the Prophet ﷺ. صَلُّوا كَمَا رَأَيْتُمُونِي أُصَلِّي. If you don't believe in the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, how do you pray? So, when it comes to Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj, why I'm mentioning the sunnah? Why I'm focusing on the sunnah right now? Because you hear so many noises, so many voices around in the Muslim world, which is actually this knowledge they learn it from the people who are studying the Islam and they're outsiders. We call them al-mustashriqeen. Those people, they implemented doubt in our deen. And where they found the best place to attack? The sunnah of Rasulullah. Because they know the Muslims, they love Muhammad Rasulullah, and they follow his footsteps, and they believe in every word he said. How can they bring these ties between the Muslim and Muhammad Rasulullah to become really weak? Attack his sunnah. Attack his ahadith. You know, how do we believe in al-Mi'raj? Doesn't make sense. There's a hadith of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, doesn't make sense. There's so many things that doesn't make sense. That's what they trying to put that doubt in the Muslim ummah's head, which is gonna actually destroy their iman. When you start having doubt about the words of Prophet ﷺ and the sunnah of Rasulullah ﷺ, then your iman start weak, slowly. And then you will have doubt in the Quran. Right? Who came with the Quran? How did we get the Quran? How? Through the same people who narrated the Sunnah of Rasulullah. The same people who narrated the Sunnah of Muhammad ﷺ, they are the same people who narrated the Quran. Same ruwat, same people, the Sahaba. What they do? They attack the Sahaba first. Say, you know, the Sahaba, they're not all qualified. They're not all the same. There are some of them righteous, some of them okay. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned them in the Quran. There are some of them munafiqeen. That's what they're trying to do. Who does that? Al-Mustashriqeen. Those are kuffar. They study the Islam and they were attacking the Islam from inside. By who? By our Muslim brothers who does not have proper way of thinking and understanding their deen. They listen to these doubts. When you attack the sunnah of Prophet ﷺ, you attack your deen. Imagine you have a beautiful house. Beautiful, 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 amazing house from inside and outside. And you come outside, you know what? This piece of stone, I don't like it. You rip it out. The front door, I don't like that. Why? Why do I have front door? Do I need it? No. Rip it off. Oh, this window is ugly. Take it off. And you come look at your house. That's still beautiful. That's it. Does that mansion still beautiful? No. You come to inside your beautiful home and you rip the carpet and you just want to sit on the concrete. Does that make sense? Oh, somebody told me, you know what, this carpet is not good. It's not authentic. This window is not authentic. This door is not authentic. That's how they implement things in our mind. That's how they attack our deen. That's how they attack the sunnah. When you start thinking like this, then, oh, this hadith doesn't make sense. To tell me first, do you make sense yourself first, please? There's so many things in you. If you measure according to your aql, it doesn't make sense. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created that in perfection for you. Right? There's so many things if you look at it. But if you look at the whole concept from outside, you see a beautiful picture completed, 100%. This is how the sunnah with the Quran. They are a great combination. If you take part of this, it will fall apart. If you take part from this, the other one does not give you proper information. And this is one of the problems. People, they say, what's the Mi'raj going to give us? What's the reason for the Mi'raj? What does that do? So, first thing, if you don't believe the Mi'raj, you don't believe the order of the Salah. Does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala order anything to the Prophet ﷺ in his dream? Tell me. Does? Show me an ayah in the Quran shows you there's 5 times prayer in the day. Show me, please. There's no such ayah. Now, mashallah, one of the ulama, he's coming to us, showing us he's very, very brilliant. Oh, there's only 3 times a day prayer. There's no 5 times. Because he is reading the Quran. He's a mufassir. What is that? Dear brothers, wallahi, we are facing a war against our Islam. A war against our deen. First, they attack the companion of the Prophet ﷺ. Second, they attack the Prophet ﷺ's personality. Third, they attack his sunnah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. After that, what are they going to attack? The Quran. Right? We have nothing left. Where is your deen? Where is your deen? Right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, Muhammadun Rasulullah. وَالَّذِينَ مَعَهُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, did he say between them there's munafiqeen, watch out for them? No. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told his prophet about the munafiqeen, so he knows. They're not counted between the Sahaba. They're not counted between them. If you think you are smart. There's so many occasions the Prophet ﷺ indirectly showed the Sahaba radiallahu anhum how the society is. And he shows them the foundation of that. And he left the secrets with some of the Sahaba. For what? For a reason. Because he knows. He knows people, they have really weak hearts. Really weak iman. The Prophet ﷺ, the companion of his, they are the greatest people. And actually part of your aqidah, of your beliefs. To believe of adalat al-sahaba. You know what adala means? The authenticity of the personality of each one of them. They are 100% truthful people, those sahaba. They attack Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. Why? Because Abu Hurairah is given him a hard time. He narrated over almost 6,000 of the hadith of Prophet. Is that impossible? It's impossible for someone who was full time with the Prophet ﷺ for the amount of time when he became a Sahabi. Until the Prophet ﷺ passed this dunya. And Allah gave him long life. And one of the great things, he asked the Prophet ﷺ to give him a good memory so he can memorize the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. And the Prophet ﷺ, he asked him to open his thawb. And he made dua for him. And he asked him to fold his thawb and make the dua again for him. And since that day, he said about himself, radiallahu anhu, I never forgot a word of the Prophet. Look at this, brother. We need to read the seerah. We need to read the seerah of the Sahaba to understand the quality of them. The quality of Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, Abu Hurairah, Amr ibn al-As, Muawiyah ibn Sufyan, all these Sahaba radiallahu anhu, they're all great people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said about them, أشداء على الكفار رحماء بينهم تراهم ركعا سجدا. That's how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described them. And Allah said, لَقَدْ رَضِيَ اللَّهُ عَنِ الَّذِينَ يُبَايِعُونَ تَحْتَ الشَّجَرَةِ. All of those Sahaba, they made the bay'ah to Prophet ﷺ. Allah said, and you attack them. When you say these words, that mean your iman is very weak. So dear brothers and sisters, I want you to understand this point. When we come to Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj, we are talking about a great miracle which is measured by different way of measurement we understand ourselves. You can't measure the time you live in the way you measure the time here, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you the ability to understand the timing here. Years, hours, days, weeks, whatever you name it. Right? It's completely different than other times Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, 1 year could be equivalent to 50,000 years of hours. Can we imagine that? And Allah said in the Quran. It's very clear. Very clear. So, this is my son. So, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have given us this as a gift. Wallahi, if you look at yourself, when you are a believer of Allah, believer of the Quran and the Prophet ﷺ's Risala and his Sunnah, this is a great gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is a great gift. Imagine how many people they have that weakness of believing. They're missing so many things in their life if they don't have that belief. And Isra wal-Mi'raj, it's not just time to celebrate and to enjoy. This is a great celebration for you as a follower of the Prophet ﷺ, which Allah specify him with this great miracle sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So you can't measure this journey according to your own measurement. You can't understand the concept of this journey according to your understanding here. The Prophet ﷺ told us he prayed jama'ah with the Anbiya and Rusul, and they're all dead. How does that happen? How does that happen? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who created you and gave you the life, and who made the order of death on all the human beings, has the power to combine them together. To gather them in His own way, subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the way He wants. You have to understand, إِنَّ اللَّهَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's wisdom way beyond your thinking, way beyond your understanding. You can't measure Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's wisdom and power in your own measurement. 100 years ago, anyone was thinking, or let's say 200 years ago, anyone have thought one of the human being can visit Mars? Anyone? Any of the human being in their own thinking, oh, we're gonna visit Mars? They will laugh at it. What are you talking about? Are you out of your mind? 10 years ago, would you even thought of this cell phone? You can bring the whole entire world beside you. You're from Pakistan, you're from Lebanon, you're from Egypt, you're from every part of the world. We're all the same. Now you sit in your home, in your own comfort. You open this and you can speak with your family face to face. You can speak with people you don't even know who they are. And you can talk to them, you can FaceTime them, there's so many things. 10 years ago we didn't see that. I'll tell you, the first experience for me with the cell phone was this big. Probably 2 or 3 kilograms. You go and you need somebody to hold your shoulder. This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us the ilm. So things we are discovering, we accumulating steps by steps, and they say al-ilm tarakumi. So, level, and every time people they discover something, they build on it before them. That's how the knowledge is. So people these days, Allahu A'lam, within the next 100 years, what knowledge they're going to receive, what knowledge they're going to reach. So to come and argue about Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj, that means you have weakness of thinking. You don't understand. You don't understand your own system, how does that work in your body. right? And you argue with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But this is the problem. It's not argument with this. There is a reason behind it, which is who's trying to implement in our society, in our Muslim ummah, that doubt. To get the Muslims leave their deen. You know, why deen? It does not make sense. There's so many things doesn't make sense in our deen. No, it makes sense. Everything in your deen makes sense. Everything in your deen has a reason for it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created you and ordered you to worship Him. There is a reason for that. When you are willing to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and you have the acceptance of being a worshipper to Allah, then you accept everything from Allah. Allah sent His prophets, support them with the miracles, support them with something undefeated. Something people they can't do.